Love this track. And I know all the words as well. This sexy boy set me free. And I can do the accent. That's what I do. A massive thank you for all of your birthday wishes for Mummy. I really appreciate it. It's really, really kind of you all. Next week, a little sparrow. It's Sam Sparrow on the phone next week. Oh, I'm going to speak to Sam Sparrow next week. Well excited. A massive thank you to Sanita, Sully Traffic, Luscious Lottie, Mummy Linda, Mad Dog for keeping us on air, Producer Si, and to all you lovely lot at home for getting involved. I'll be back next Saturday, a bit more bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I hope. I'm going home to lay in a puddle of my own sweat. Lisa's up next. Love you all dearly. See you next week. As ever, this is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 6 o'clock. This is Adam Porter. An outbreak of monkeypox, which has spread to more than 70 countries, has been formally declared a global health emergency. The World Health Organization says more than 16,000 cases have been recorded, many of them among men who have sex with men. Dr. Rosamund Lewis, who's leading the WHO's response to monkeypox, explains the symptoms to watch out for.
It can present as fever, it can present as rash, it can present as it looks like a sexually transmitted infection. It can also look like chickenpox, for example. So we're calling on all individuals and communities to work together to stop this outbreak.
There are still long delays for people wanting to cross the Channel as efforts continue to try to clear the backlog of traffic heading for the Port of Dover and the Eurotunnel terminal at Folkestone. Logistics UK, which represents hauliers, says some lorry drivers have been waiting more than 18 hours. Dover expects to process 10,000 cars by the end of the day. Our correspondent Dan Johnson is at the port entrance.
There are a lot of cars queuing here at the port at the moment, but in a sense, this is the good queue. This is the queue you want to be part of. The problem is the people who are stuck on the roads, the major arteries, miles out from Dover, trying to get across Kent to the port here. They've been held back by the police operations that have been in place to try to manage the traffic, to try to stop Dover itself getting completely snarled up.
The UN has condemned a missile strike on the Ukrainian port of Odessa just a day after a deal was signed to resume grain exports from the country. Local officials blame Russia for the attack, but Turkey, which brokered the agreement, says Moscow denies any involvement. Rishi Sunak has cast further doubt on the tax cuts proposed by his Conservative leadership rival Liz Truss. In a speech in Grantham, the former Chancellor said he was the only candidate telling the truth about the tough choices facing the country, and big reductions in tax were undeliverable. Ms Truss insisted they were needed to boost the economy. Speaking on the campaign trail in Kent, she also set out plans to scrap or replace all EU laws kept after Brexit, which hindered growth.
We need to help businesses grow. That's why I want to get rid of those regulations, remove red tape on hard-working businesses and farmers, drive the economy forward, but also keep taxes low. Because what I want to see is a country where hard work's rewarded.
It's understood an independent review of Scottish cricket has found evidence of institutional racism in the game. The report was commissioned by Sports Scotland last year after numerous claims of discrimination were made. It's due to be published on Monday. Charles Leclerc will start on pole position for tomorrow's French Grand Prix. He qualified just ahead of his Formula One title rival Max Verstappen. Britain's Lewis Hamilton ended up fourth on the grid. And the weather, it'll be a cloudy night across much of the UK with rain in many places, staying dry in southeast England. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 6.